all protocols observed. I would sincerely like to appreciate the local government chairman. Honestly, he has been working so hard ever since his inception in government in the Amuwo-Odofin local government. And I'll concur with what the Alhaji said, wishing that he'll go to higher position. Yes, because it's difficult in this country to see people that really work hard. People come in, they eat the money in the treasury and disappear, and little work being done, okay? And we have seen what he has done in this place. This wasn't like this some years back. It's now so clean, the best in Lagos, all right? And we can come confidently to immunize our children, and we know we are getting the right things here, all right? The healthcare given to the elderly people and all the packages he has for us in Amuwo-Odofin, we thank you so much, all right? But we don't know what you'll do for us as regards power supply. It's a crazy thing in this country, really, okay? Yes, and without adequate power supply, it makes all activities, we can't really be productive in the nation, all right? Secondly, if you can also introduce things that can accrue money for Amuwo-Odofin, okay, some things that people can come, like what they do, the foreigners going to have their holidays at some different countries, investing in what they have there, what you have at Tinapa, okay? If you can do that for Amuwo-Odofin, so even after you leave, something is still on ground and they can use it to develop some things in the local government. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Chichi. Mrs. Tommy Akinboye.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, Executive Chairman of Local Government, Comrade Adewale Ayodele. I want to use this medium to thank him very much, because some years back, Amuwo-Odofin was not to be compared to any hospital, in the sense that it was not really attractive, it was not conducive, but for now, we from other side of the state and other side of the local government, we even prepare here, because once you come, they will attend, the nurses will attend to you, the doctors will attend to you, and you even find it difficult to go home because it's not conducive. It's attractive, it's clean. So I want to use this medium to thank you very much, sir. We thank you, sir. We are grateful. God continue to empower you. God continue to strengthen you. And God continue to
We might not have another opportunity to speak here now, so it's better I say this while we are going for the vaccination. With respect to what the second to the last speaker said, and I don't know why they are depriving the children from the mic. They're just giving them the mic, and you speak through their hands. Maybe they also want to say something. But the truth of the matter is, before I even say that, I was watching TVC yesterday, and I think it was one of their lunch break program, a musical program. And the presenter had a poser, and the poser was, if you are given one day to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, what will you change? And the person that sat by me looked at them, we looked at ourselves and we smiled. And he asked me, what will you do if you were? And I said, I will change the Constitution. It is the Constitution that would have made provision for all of these questions that you asked now. There are many municipalities in the US, there are some local government in the US that are more lucrative, richer than the state where they exist. They control their port, seaport, airport, larger percentage of their taxes, and they pay royalty to the federal and the state. We have them there. You have them in Chicago. You have them this airport. What is the airport now? Huh? No, in the US. I've forgotten the state now. It's a connective state. You drop there before you move on. That particular state, the local government there, is the richest in the state. So also in UK, you have them there. The issue of energy, the local government has embarked on a project to produce 500 megawatts of energy. 500. It is shameful when Nigeria is celebrating 4,000 and you have a population of over 160 million. Very shameful. You understand? But if they are giving us that leverage to produce and pay taxes, by now we should, at least by now, we should have gotten about 100 megawatts. Because we're meant to scale up. We're meant to start from 50 the first year, the second year we scale up to 50, the third year we scale up to 200. The Kabiyesi Odilado of Ilado Kingdom, Ilado and the north there, he has 600 hectares of land, out of which he has given 20 hectares to the power project. And already we've gotten some business partners, particularly from the UK tier, UK Trade Investment. And a lot of spade work is going on. We have a committee that are working right now on that project. But let's hope that those who they've sold our national heritage to will do something out of it. Selling the heritage of the people is not the solution. They would have gone on bilateral trade agreements with countries that are proven to have mastered the art of energy production. And if I were them, we would have gone on a trade agreement for, say, 50 years, out of which you plug your faculty of engineering and relative departments to it. You now train people from kindergarten down to the university. You take a 50-year roadmap and you sustain your energy production. Because when you say people are failing WAEC, they are failing JAM, you have seen the aftermath. You did not see the initial. How will somebody pass JAM, pass GCE, if you have not prepared them from kindergarten? You can't give what you don't have. That is just the totality of it. But our president decided to sell off the suffering of our founding fathers. Places that will become monuments and become tourist sites for a generation yet unborn to come and know how it all began. Because mind you, people that bought this thing are going to demolish so many of these facilities that should become national heritage and treasure, that will tell us the history of how we started. For instance, the power station at the Eco Bridge, the Jora power station, I bet you in 10 years to be brought down. And that is where we started from. Making way for modernization. What makes UK, London, is because of the fact that they are protected their heritage. And that is what we all go to see. And that's what we pay for. It has a spillover on the economy, down to the woman that sells pure water, to the taxi driver, to the airline, to the blue chip, to the banks, to the medical facility, even the students. The money flows round. But we've sold them off, including that Kanji Dam that we used to hear. They've sold everything. Well, I pray by 250 we chase them away through our ballot. Amen. Otherwise, they will sell us rock. I'm telling you, it's a fact. When we were telling it is possible, they say it's a lie. You can see what they are doing. They will sell Nigerian police. They will sell Nigerian army. With the pretense that there is compromise in the system. I wonder the last time when you saw our president inspect the Guard of Honor on our National Independence Day. I won that the last time. These things will become things that you read about and you no longer see if they continue like this. And I told you they can sell Festac. You say it's a lie, it's a lie. It's never not bigger than Festac. And they sold it, and heaven did not fall. You wake up one morning, they have sold Festac down. And they will bring one company of their own, and they'll tell you to start paying high bills. And when you can't pay, they bring a law overriding public interest. And they send everybody packing. It is possible. That is why we must vote them out. No intimidation, come 215, we must vote them out. At least they can't tell us again that they've not won shoe. They've won the best of shoe. They've driven, rode the best of cars. They are riding a car of 225 million. So they can't give us excuse. They are now taking Ferragamo Gari and Louis Vuitton beans. Because the food in Asu Rock now is over 2 billion per year. We must vote them out. Let us do what we have come for.
No, come be síwájú ní ìwájú wọn. Ṣé bí ní ìtàdí bọ́dà kan fẹ́ mi? Just sit down there. Síwájú wọn.
No, just this one.
You go next person.
Okay, we do this way. Wait, they are protesting.
Like that.
One more, the last one is ice cream, very good. The last one. Wait, sorry. Now, I read your mail. More doctors. I will not be here sitting here with you. There is still hope. We made a budget for 100 people for this program. And when I came, I saw that the number had overstretched what we had made provision for. I said they should go and get more herald. I asked how many food that we had ordered for. And if you know very good, frankly, you make budget for everything you do, particularly in government. One, to prevent wastages. 2, to prevent corruption. Now, if we have gone beyond what we have made provision for, logic means that I must order for more. And we must not quick to forget, it is a privilege. It is not a right. It is a privilege. So if one that you have elected and vested public trust in is trying to be accountable to you, the onus lies on you to also motivate them by complying to standards. I have seen now that your protest one is against the country because the environment is warm. This is not a hall. If it's a hall, you will blame me for not providing air conditioning. You can't blame God for this weather. It is God that has provided this weather. I provided canopy. You can't blame God. People elsewhere are looking for this weather. They don't have it. They have extreme of cold or extreme of heat. In everything, we give thanks to our Creator. But for you to disrespect the national anthem, please go and rethink. And what message are we passing to these kids? A philosopher once said, if you want your children to read very well, you start reading to them while they are in the womb. Now that you have them in your hands, and don't be quick to forget they are in their own world, they know what is happening. You might think they don't know, they cannot communicate, yes to you, but in their own world, remember when you were like them, you can still recollect some of the things you did at their age. And lastly, teach your children for them to give you rest. Please let us inculcate good values and pass on good values. The MOH has quickly gone to the bank to get more money. That is why it's not here. Because I recognize that fact and I took action. They will take number of those of you who have not been given food. Food is important. I would have done same, but I will not disrespect the national anthem. If other people are eating and I don't eat, I will protest. But not to disrespect the national anthem. So, Mrs. Yakubu, order for 100 sweet sensation. We will give those of us that have not eaten, and you will remain calm. You know, we say order is not magical. So you will wait for like 30 minutes. They will bring it and they will serve you. But next time, it is very criminal to disrespect the national anthem and the flag and the pledge. That is what binds us together as a nation. I thank you. Just hold on, 100 food pack is coming, but pay your rates.
My name is Adewale, Chairman Amuwo-Odofin local government.
Okay, what is the motivation that made you to kind of like bring mothers and children to do this campaign?
Well, it's a state program. We are part of the state, and seasonally we do this, and the program is a sensitization program. Yes, we call it the flag off, but it's a sensitization program to sensitize people about the immunization program, for them to also go back and tell their people. So it's a continuous program. It's not just one-off. It's a continuous program. We do it every week. We immunize our children every week. There's a chart for that. And the local government have only done to expand the workings, the concept of a well-structured health program in Lagos State.
So what does the local government intend to gain? What do you intend to achieve? What is your goal for bringing this campaign?
Well, our goal is to create a very healthy society, healthy citizens that of course are key factor to development in the society. When you have a healthy workforce, definitely the integrals of development in the society will not be challenged. And polio for us it's very dreadful, and it's very dehumanizing, and it has a lot of stigma, and it limits human productivity. And we have joined the World Order in order to prevent such disease from our midst.
So what advice do you have for other local governments who basically does not do this for their people?
All local government in Lagos does. There's no local government in Lagos that is not doing it. And all local government in the state controlled by the ACN, the APC now, does same.
Okay, when the First Lady was reading her address, she noted that the local government has committed some resources into providing health services for people. Can you now give us a rough estimate of what the government has been able to spend in the last 5 years?
Well, we have spent hundreds of millions, except I get the book. That is when I can give you an accurate figure. But I know that we expend 1 million naira on free drugs every month, and we have doctors that we pay a lot of money and nurses every month. We also give financial medical assistance to very indigent people, even to the extent that we have sponsored heart surgery, kidney surgery, and so many other international surgeries. And training. We have sponsored a lot of training both within the country and outside of the country. And equipment also.
You said that you are planning a health center much bigger than what you have now. How soon is that coming on stream?
Well, I can assure you that before we buy out of office, we are going to commission the health center.
Sir, I know that this program is national, not limited to Lagos State alone. One thing that is key is sensitization to mothers. I want to know the efforts of this local government regarding sensitizing mothers.
Well, this is one of the platforms that we use to sensitize mothers. And we also have our health workers that organize some level of sensitization program for them every week, which also include our antenatal services. And at every point when we meet our people, we sensitize them, including the doctors. They educate them. We have health educators that do this regularly. We also use religious platforms like the Islamic and Christian religion, inclusive of African tradition. Because in our local government health board, we have plugged in the traditional medical practitioners into it, and we monitor them. We monitor them and we also educate people about hygiene, particularly preventive medicine. So we lay a lot of emphasis on preventive medicine.
Now, I know that Amuwo-Odofin, looking at your wards, you have riverine areas.
Yes.
What are the efforts that the council is making to ensure that this gets to the riverine community?
Well, like I told you, our health workers have been doing very well, and they go to the riverine communities to carry out these functions. And that is why we are also building a medical lodge for them, actually the doctor's lodge at Idologun, and we have also rented some properties there. We are also working with the U.S. consulate through the Office of the Consular General, and in tandem with the U.S. Marines. So whenever they come into the country with their ships, they also go to our riverine communities to assist us. And they also built a clinic for us. The Victoria Clinic is there. And we have also equipped it and put some staff there to work for our purpose.
Advising mothers and probably talk to them on what to do and how to take proper care of their children.
Okay, like the chairman has said, we are here today to sensitize the mothers, and we have other health officers around. They go around from house to house to talk to them